everybody, and welcome to the 23rd episode of the weekly wrestling show, hashtag Total Markout. And whether you're on Blip or YouTube, we thank you for joining us. So, let's waste no more time, and I'll introduce the panel. He is the resident Geek King, regular guest host on the weekly debate show, hashtag Shout, and a man so geek, Stephen Hawkins is his wingman. It's Dan, the Geek King Adamson. How you doing, Geek?
I'm cool.
Good. And he is an indie referee, the new hashtag Total Markout quiz champion.
Certainly am.
And a man so controversial, he'd argue his own grandmother just to see the look in her face. It's ErikVanDjismie!
Hello.
Yes, me. A little rough today.
A little bit.
Rough.
Bit ill. Bit tired.
Well, we've got a bit of a shorter show for you. We're under a bit of a time constraint, so we're just going to roll right through it. If you don't know, I am SteveJones313, producer, author, and I thank you for joining us today. So, this
Message to dream. Bye.
This week we're recapping WWE Smackdown from last week, plus we'll have Raw, I believe, 1006.
Oh.
Plus we'll be looking at the weekly news, Dan's You Get a Rich and Jismie stats, and plus I have a personal top 10 to share with you to kick off the reintroduction of the hashtag top 10 segment. Yes, it's been a while, it's been long overdue, but we're going to reach this. But this week I have a personal one which I'd like to share with people. So let's waste no more time, let's get right into our first segment of the show. Dan, tell them what it is.
WWE Recap!
Awesome stuff. So, we kick off with SmackDown. Basically, Sheamus is in the ring and he's giving his opinion on the whole Triple H scenario. With, obviously, Triple H. So, we'll start with Raw last week when Triple H came out to make his announcement.
And the show it last week.
Yeah, I got confused when researching SmackDown. Because I was like, why is this happening? How come Sheamus isn't talking about Punk? Oh, it's last week's. Oh, fuck. So I got really confused when watching SmackDown. That's what happens when you watch SmackDown after you've watched this week's Raw. It's like,
It does mess with you.
Yeah, but, so basically Sheamus is addressing Triple H as retirement, or not retirement, or tier, or whatever it is.
Sexy crap.
At which point...
Next should be telling he's cutting his hair.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you can become Paul Levesque.
yeah, like that'll ever happen.
Yeah.
But anyway, Damien Sandow comes down, and he immediately pisses me off.
No.
If I could beg of you to give me your indulgence, which is like, so you're basically asking
And
for
I
the
ask
same
you
thing
to
twice.
beg your indulgence.
I ask you to beg your indulgence, but you're asking them to do the same thing twice, Damien. I mean, if you're going to sound intelligent, be intelligent. That's what I'm saying, dude. You know, but basically, he comes out and he says, like, how dare he respect a guy like Triple H who only, not long ago on the Raw 1000 episodes, led his degenerates in destroying me and all this jazz.
Who could then be?
And how dare you are a disgrace for Ireland for promoting a stereotype. So Sheamus says, look,
I'll kick your fucking ass, fella.
yeah, why don't you come down the ring and tell all this to my face?
Why don't we set this over a pint of Guinness, fella?
At which point Damien said, whilst I would love to come down there and give you the intellectual thrashing that you deserve, which, by the way, is a great line, I've deemed you unworthy.
That's even better.
Yeah. At which point he goes about, and then, Booker T,
Can you dig it?
who they've changed his Titantron so awesomely. It's the same Titantron with Jeremiah sticker on the front. Just that'll do.
It kind of swarms around now and again as well.
Yeah.
Like circles
But,
to fire.
Booker T comes out and goes...
Hashtag cheap.
Yeah, Booker T comes out and stuff.
Hashtag I don't think it would have been cheap.
He goes, you're right, no one wants to see an intellectual thrashing. And Damon's like, yeah, motherfuckers. At which point he goes, but they do want to see a physical thrashing. And he makes the match tonight, Sheamus versus Damien Sandow. Damien Sandow stroking his beard in, fear. And Sheamus just happy. I have to say, I think Sheamus is getting better on the mic. Wasn't proving that on Raw. He is getting... But to say he is getting better on the mic is like saying I'm getting better at eating less. That just means I eat one less Mars bar, so I'm still eating 5, So, we have a setup here for a match. At the very beginning, Jismie's slightly happy because it's a promo. Not so much happy because it does involve Sheamus. So, basically, Booker T's not giving himself a championship match. And he's going, well, he's a general manager, he could do that. Give himself a title match. But, alas, he is not being satisfied in such a manner. We are off into a match with Cody Rhodes versus Rey Mysterio. And,
619.
I'll be honest with you, I don't really like watching Rey Mysterio matches. It's not my style. I'm not a big fan of... Rey Mysterio style. I mean, it's not lucha style in itself. It's just Rey Mysterio. I get bored with it very quickly. Cody Rhodes, I'm one of the other women. Like some weeks I could be like, great match, and sometimes I'm like, I don't want. For me, he's just lacking a certain charisma. For me personally, it's not my kind of character. But yet there are some times where he's being a twat, and I'm like, yeah, fucking Cody, man. But yeah, basically Rey Mysterio wins the matchup with a roll-up or some form of cheap pin.
It was a sunset flip.
That was it. Cody Rhodes, pissed off, attacks him. Immediately goes to take off the mask because no one has ever seen Rey Mysterio without a mask.
Never.
I haven't.
Never.
I haven't. Didn't Big Sexy do it once? And wasn't there a 2-hour shoot interview with it? Or was that Dominic again?
No, that was Dominic.
Well, anyway.
Never ever seen Ray unmasked. He's never 6 months at WCW, didn't happen. Shoot interviews with unblurred face, didn't happen.
At which point Sin Cara comes to make a save. They do the double team on him, and then Sin Cara puts a mask on Cody Rhodes to add to his disgrace.
Because Cody's never been obsessed with masks before.
Never.
At least they're giving him a different reason this time.
Phantom of the WWE.
And they're not going to put the tag titles on Ray and Sin Cara anytime soon.
Because this isn't building to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So up next, it was...
Divas!
It was Caitlyn versus Natalya.
Oh, Natalya.
Now, all I'm going to say is...
Meh.
Yeah. All I'm going to say is two great divas. Caitlyn picks up the win, but I've got to applaud, because I'm using WWE's website as a reference for the show.
Awesome.
And the preview, on the video, they've got a video for the match, and the preview, it's just, on the one hand, it's kind of like, can physics do that? And on the other hand, I'm going, that is oddly sexual. But
there's nothing oddly sexual about it at all.
With me, everything's odd.
Just sexual.
But after the match, Vicky Guerrero interrupted the match trying to interview the Booker T to berate AJ Lee. 4 days after. So basically what happened on the Raw last week, as we covered, AJ kicked the living shit out of her before Vicky escaped. And Vicky's doing the whole... because no one's got the sense to put a bullet in her fucking head. So, quite frankly,
That would be a storyline. Who shot Vicky Guerrero?
I'll compromise. Win her over.
I'm so glad Adam's not here, because then he would have to be the terrorist.
What are you talking about? He's not a terrorist.
He's not.
Yeah. And you've never used an expletive to begin with, say. Never.
I've never seen you next Tuesday.
No. Anyway. So,
bunch of useless.
So basically,
Thursdays,
Vicky Guerrero was on a mission to become the Raw General Manager, and quite frankly, I would sooner stop pissing porridge than have her as a General Manager.
Piss and porridge. Well, that was ruin your porridge sandwich.
Porridge sandwich.
Yeah, don't be dissing the porridge sandwich with a rocky biscuit in it. Ask to Steven.
When you say rocky biscuit, you mean an actual rocky biscuit, not the Rock's newest cookies.
Well, I don't know. Your piss and porridge. I don't know where a rocky biscuit would come from.
Where the gorillas.
That's the way the cookie crumbles, Dan.
Porridge sandwich with a rocky biscuit. Ask to Steven.
Oh God! Like, guys, here's a couple of slices of bread.
Yeah.
No, actually, he does it every meal.
Anyway, up next was the World Heavyweight Championship.
Pizza sandwich.
Well,
Isn't that just free slices of pizza?
No. That's what it is for everyone else, but not when you put... This is literally pizza with 2 slices of bread.
You can have
dough on dough.
That's a carb suicide.
No.
But
just getting
World Heavyweight Champion Sheamus versus Damien Sandow. Sheamus won this match via countout.
He did.
Yes.
Sandow ran away.
He did not run away. He retreated.
He lived to fight another day.
He was looking for Casey James.
We have a fucking hard time.
He's looking for Michelle McCool, but then he didn't want to mess with Undertaker. Yeah. He was like, I'm a teacher's pet, and Undertaker said, no.
No, you're not.
I'm Jim. I win.
Yeah, he's just like, I never had to fight these kind of peoples when I was a bunny. But yes.
He misses London and Kendrick feud.
So 2 months ago.
Zeke misses Kendrick more though.
Now up next was the prime time players. What are they normally known as?
Hashtag millions of dollars. Hashtag money making scholars. Those boys are bringing noise that sway ya. D. Young and Titus O'Neil, the prime time players.
Versus
with AW?
No.
no.
Too soon?
Too real.
Too real.
Um,
Kobe Bryant was too real.
versus Justin Gabriel Tyson Kidd. Now,
No, Kobe Bryant was too in force.
now I was
Too insistent.
I was
Someone might say.
I was kind of skipping through SmackDown a bit because Vicky
Well,
Guerrero.
it's not like I made a joke I did beforehand.
And I get to the halfway through the match and I just see like the back and for a moment I went, "Is Ezekiel Jackson back?" Oh,
No,
Ezekiel. Titus.
yeah.
Oh, I don't like the fact that Justin Gabriel and Tyson Kidd take this tag team thing seriously by coordinating the outfits.
And they called
And they're trying to get themselves a name
International
on.
Airstrike.
They're trying to get a name sorted on the TV.
Yeah, they were good.
Like WWE will actually.
They were good
push.
on the Mania pre-show. Obviously,
Oh, yeah,
Justin
crap.
got injured. No, I like how they brought them back together in Superstars now SmackDown. So
But
I'm hoping for this. I'm hoping at Night of Champions for a tag team turmoil.
You
It
won't
makes
get
sense.
that.
Yeah.
You won't get it.
All
but-
the tag teams brawling backstage.
Yeah, you won't get it, but it'll be nice to see.
Hashtag good
Well, we got it 2 years ago at Night of Champs, so nobody saw.
Yeah.
Prime
I
time
predicted
players.
that.
I know we saw Night of Champions, so we saw that match.
So basically, prime time players pick up the win with a lateral press. That's all.
Hello, my name is Kane.
Yeah.
I have no issues.
Kane came out to apologise to Josh Matthews.
Which is good, right? Well done, Kane. The guy was doing his job, and you took advantage of the poor lad.
People need to realise that Josh Matthews is undefeated, and they all want to watch themselves.
Yeah, so if you don't remember our reporting, our fantastic, awesome reporting of SummerSlam, second to none, except anybody else that did it. Josh Matthews got attacked by Kane at SummerSlam when
He was doing his job.
But now Kane's been doing anger management therapy, getting over his obsession with Pete Rose and Katie Vick and all that jazz.
Catching
So-
people.
He comes out of the ring, he goes,
Birding them.
"Hello, my name is Kane, and I've in my management to those jazz." And he goes, "I come to apologise to Josh Matthews.
Who was in the crowd, shit himself.
Yeah. Josh, I'm sorry that I attacked you at SummerSlam. Thank you for being a part of my recovery process." And Kane,
Well done, Kane. I commend you.
now,
I commend you.
yeah, what was I? Alberto Del Rio.
With Ricardo Rodriguez.
Comes out, and before Kid could leave, right, Teddy Long comes out and basically says, "We're going to have a match right now. It's going to be Kane versus Alberto Del Rio." So they go, "Awesome, yeah. We want to see this again. Alberto Del Rio." Why do we keep watching Alberto Del Rio matches? Anyway, why does he keep winning?
Why does he keep getting booked?
Why is it Ricardo?
Where's Teddy Hooks? Where's Teddy?
No idea.
It's okay. He was spotted in NXT.
Where's
recording.
So he might be there in October.
Yeah.
Where's
He might be seen in October.
Anyway,
He probably did the dark match
I miss Jeff.
of NXT.
what people don't
Like
know.
Cash's own
What
CM
people
Punk.
don't know is that Trent Barretta is actually wearing the Ryback suit.
Oh.
It's basically like an Iron Man suit.
That makes sense. More like War Machine.
And basically, when he gets pink
That was
eye.
Rhino. Whoa.
But anyway,
Whoa.
so basically, Alberto Del Rio picks up the win when he
Yeah.
stole. He stole.
Kane's mask.
No,
Oh.
he stole a finisher.
What?
Did he?
Start with Kalita Cool in the backstabber.
No.
Epic Home Primo.
That's not cool. That's not cool.
Alberto Del Rio's like, "I'll just lackadaisically throw this in. I'm not even do it well."
It's because he's Mexican.
Shame on you.
He's allowed.
They're Puerto Rican. Galito's Puerto Rican.
They're all it's because he's South American. They're all allowed to use it.
Puerto Rico's in the Caribbean. That's Caribbean cool, Carito.
Whoa.
Your geography
This is
sucks.
This is
Same as me.
and the reference goes straight over his head.
Everything goes over my head. That's what.
Taboo Tuesday.
Galito's Puerto Rican.
Shelton Benjamin, be black.
I know the reference.
Yeah, I know you do. Stewie doesn't.
I'm surprised you still cares and are rich now.
And being wasted every day.
Anyway,
That's why.
but when Alberto Del Rio escaped, obviously after a cheating win, So King goes right after Josh.
So, but King with his anger management issues in check because of his anger management course.
He just went.
Got a little upset and then walked to the back. Right?
He just went backstage, right?
No,
right,
you could say that Kane invited Josh Matthews to the ring and basically helped him have a nice lie down.
Okay, thank you.
Which is the diplomatic way of saying he threw Josh into the ring while saying, "I'm sorry for losing my temper! I'm sorry," he threw him in the ring and then choke slammed the back.
For crying out loud, Josh is just doing his job!
It's okay, Dan.
No, it's not! Josh, sue them! I said it, sue them!
Well, actually, funny shit say that.
It is.
He is.
Yes.
Good!
And who knows, maybe he'll become
Now that's cool.
the new general manager. Bum, bum, bum.
Of Saturday Morning Slam.
Yeah.
NXT. Poor Dusty.
Yes.
Well, he's only been seen 3 times.
But he's making all the matches. He's busy.
And of course, it was time for the Smackdown main event, and it was Randy Orton versus Dolph Ziggler.
Right, so Randy Orton versus Dolph Ziggler.
Yep.
So Dolph, no, wait a minute. No, see, he's got me before. Yeah, every other time, Dolph Ziggler's going to win. Right? So Randy Orton wins this time, right?
So basically, Randy Orton, as Randy Orton does, picked up the win. RKO, and a very weak-looking RKO, and I blame Randy Orton, because Dolph Ziggler can do no wrong.
So Randy won.
Yeah.
Randy Orton won.
And Dolph lost.
Again.
Yes.
And I said Randy won.
Mm-hmm.
So I was right!
Yes, you were right, Dan.
But I don't like it.
So the question is, do you prefer being right, or do you prefer Dolph winning? Ooh. Welcome to Existential Crisis. But that was SmackDown, so it's off to the show that everyone gives a damn about, Raw! So, basically we kick off Raw with CM Punk and Jerry the King Lawler basically kicking the shit out of each other. Yeah, and now, finally,
Punk!
okay, that as well. Finally they've worked out how to turn Punk heel.
But
no! No! We found...
How's it turn heel? You do it in fucking Chicago.
If anyone is a representation of WWE fans, it's us three. For example, you cannot please all of us. Jismie doesn't like CM Punk no matter what he does. He could cure cancer and AIDS, he'd still say, right, well, it should have been The Rock that cured it. Right? Dan will look at CM Punk and be like, but the guy's got talent. He's definitely should be home time and all that jazz.
And more importantly, I don't like Lawler anymore.
Yeah. Me, I jump all the time. It depends what's going on because I tend to follow.
You bounce like a motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, take the Miz. I hate Miz. I think it's alright. I hate Miz. I think he's alright. No, it's never. I love Miz. It's that. It's like, dude, that's like a crazy.
Maurice loves Miz.
Lucky guy. But yeah, so I like this.
I really spoiled that.
I think this is definitely a good start. I would like to see a program between this, like a proper program with the championship, if possible. And if Lawler managed to get a title through this,
it means Lawler gets kicked in the head more often. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think so. You could do it. It's like different.
Or if it means Lawler's off Raw more often. Yeah.
Lawler gets a title.
Yeah.
What happened?
They could go anywhere.
Next man to get the title was called Dwayne.
Oh, Mr. Cena has anything to do with it?
Mr. Cena can say what he wants. Dwayne was getting it.
But
you could always fix that by
do you know what my it's what I like is that CM Punk do this heel thing now.
To lose anyway.
It's I can also see this like going down. I can see he's played this smart, this heel role. I think it's going to really work. But obviously the question everyone is we don't know who started the fight. Quite frankly, I'm willing to bet it's Lawler.
Well, yeah, you want revenge.
Yeah,
I hope so.
You would want revenge for the beating.
Yeah.
So we went and attacked him, and then as soon as Punk hit him in the head, he obviously had some concussion symptoms. He went down.
But I said about his throat, didn't I?
And then Sheamus had the goal to try and open the show. That was weird.
So Sheamus comes out,
as you said, has excellent mic skills.
Yeah.
He's really worked with his mic skills.
And he's trying to talk until CM Punk comes out and says, "Don't you try to talk to my people?" At which point, huge pop.
More importantly, huge fucking crease.
It's like,
you know there's such thing as an Irish corpse.
Yeah.
Basically.
Basically.
For 15 minutes in the fucking opening of Raw.
Yeah. The fact is, if CM Punk comes out and he basically, rants on Sheamus and talks about respect.
Shoots the king.
Honestly, there are a lot of people that could probably put, hung with CM Punk in that promo. CM Punk's good. Whether you love him or him, he's good at a promo. He knows how to talk someone down. But Sheamus had one line. He's like, all he had to do was pump up the fact that he was the world heavyweight champion.
Which means you're second best in the world at best.
Yeah, which, if that had been Undertaker, if it had been The Rock, if it had been Jericho, anyone, they would have been able to come up with something to go back with Punk, right? But Sheamus just kind of laughs. I was like, dude, you're not supposed to laugh. You're supposed to...
What I thought was going to be funny was, he goes, I'm the world heavyweight champion, Punk should have just turned around and gone, been there, done that. just kind of, yeah.
3 times.
Was there before.
Been there, done that, pissed off the Jismie. 3 times! And basically, AJ Lee comes out. Do you know how to make that sentence better? AJ Lee comes. See? I knew how to do it. So, AJ Lee comes out. AJ Lee comes out.
I don't think you meant that second one.
We'll give him it.
Oh.
Yeah. AJ Lee basically comes out and decides that we're going to do something so amazing. And I immediately do. As soon as she came out, it's going to be contender versus contender, champion versus champion. I even looked at him and said, that's exactly what it's going to be. And what she fucking do? She goes ahead and makes John Cena versus Bill.
Anna said that when they were both out. Before she'd even come out.
Yeah, so props to her then. It was contender versus contender, so it was going to be John Cena versus Alberto Del Rio.
Enjoy.
And WWE Champion CM Punk versus the World Heavyweight Champion Sheamus.
Enjoy.
I must say, I can't remember them two actually really lock it up very often.
Although, the first...
Sheamus and Punk?
Yeah.
I think it's the first time...
It was solo anyway.
I think it's the moment she said that, the first thing that came in my head was, I'm sure at some point you're going to step on my toes and I will deal with you personally. The Triple H scenario when everyone walked out.
Yeah.
Was that right? He came back. Is that right? He said, no, I'm going to stand with you, Triple H. And Triple H rewarded him.
Here's a shot.
With
a burial.
Yeah.
Not a pedigree. A burial.
A burial? How's a fucking burial? It was a match. It wasn't aired on TV.
Yes.
It was
because he's got to bury people even in the live audience, just like Damien Sandow.
Anyway.
Nobody does. It is a burial.
Then get the fuck over it then! He's not even wrestling anymore! Good!
Did you just say he buried Damien Sandow? That DX segment gave him
No.
more
On the Smackdown afterwards.
And the Miz.
Alright.
Smackdown afterwards.
So I was about to say, if you're
we were talking about off camera, so I said...
Off camera, right.
Yeah.
Off camera? Doesn't count if it's off camera.
Doesn't air on
No,
TV.
I'm saying he's burying people in front of the live audience.
Wow.
And they go on, shit a dick. Get out of here.
The live audience.
That's what you should go. Get out of here.
Because they know no better.
So up next, it was Dolph Ziggler versus Randy Orton.
Wait a minute. No. I want that there. A live audience knows no better than to pop at something they like.
Triple H.
Oh, so when The Rock comes out and rock bottoms someone, do you pop?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And if Stone Cold Steve Austin comes out and stuns someone, do you pop?
Mm-hmm.
Shawn Michaels feature music to someone, do you pop?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. What do they all have in common? I mustn't know any better than to pop whenever someone does a move I like.
I'm just talking about popping for Triple H in general.
Well, maybe because, unlike you,
just way at the top, and there's a burial machine.
Unlike you, Jismie, people like it.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
And that's why we pop for him.
Bye-bye, Triple H.
Oh my god, Jismie just hit the double standard. But anyway, up next was going to be Dolph Ziggler versus Randy Orton. However,
I've seen this match before.
The King was not at the commentary table.
Thank fuck for that.
So we have a special guest announcer for the rest of the night.
That wasn't so. That was next to
the Intercontinental Champion, The Miz, came out. And to be honest with you, I will say this on record, I thought he did a damn good job.
Yeah.
That was alright.
Yeah.
I didn't.
You knew his stuff. And that's
well, he's the thing we can't take away from The Miz.
Yeah.
He's a fan. He didn't market hard. It's very much like Max
He worked his ass off to get where he is.
Oh yeah, we can't take that away from him. It doesn't mean we have to like him, and I'm the same as it's not the same as for Triple H.
Yeah,
it's just you don't like him. I'm not saying you have to.
Yeah,
but but with the Miz, see that's where I would have thought that he would be more suited like Josh Matthews. Before he started wrestling, I would have said, yeah, give him a role where he's in an interview, give him a role where he's because he could.
He did.
If he had a script, though, he could talk.
He was the host of SmackDown.
As long as he didn't forget his words.
Yeah.
Well, that didn't work. I mean, like a proper one, not just the host of SmackDown was weird.
But
that was like, I'm a host of SmackDown. Yeah. What you do? I introduced the show.
The funny thing is, throughout the show, the Cole Miz friendship seemed to be on ice. They're like, oh my god, it's Rocky, because there are times that Michael Cole was taking the piss out of Miz, and Miz like, what the fuck you just saying? It's like, only joking, Miz, only joking. I was just like, Cole is doing the face.
What was interesting?
What the fuck is going on this universe?
I was sitting there thinking, and before Miz come out, we had I was sitting going, how are they going to do this whole situation with Cole? Because I don't think Cole's got anything to do a fucking.
Joey Styles.
I don't think Cole can do. No. Cole needs someone else to bounce off of to do the whole.
Yeah.
To do the heel bit, doesn't he?
But anyway, Dan, it was Randy Orton versus Dolph Ziggler.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Randy Orton wins.
Oh, so close.
No. Orton won on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Orton won before. Orton won before that. Orton's, to quote a man next to me, a burying machine.
Actually, Dolph Ziggler got a roll-up win on Randy Orton when he grabbed the tights.
Ah, look at Randy. See, Dolph's learning.
Exactly.
Don't need a finisher. We need a roll-up. Look at what Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara do.
Win if you can.
Well, bury.
Win if you can. Lose if you must.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Finally.
I hate adverts. But feel free to click on the ones in this video.
Oh.
Kane and Daniel Bryan's anger management sessions continued. They were asked to do an anger collage. So Daniel Bryan showed
I didn't
his
get to see this.
Right?
Because on the 2-hour repeat, which I had to watch, it wasn't shown.
Yeah.
The ones that were shown, though, were ones that I'll tell you which ones were shown.
Yeah. So basically, he shows a piece of paper which just has yes and no. It says, I say yes. Everyone else says yes. I say no. Everyone still says yes. And at which point, they say, Kane, what about yours? And as soon as he showed that, I went, that's going to be a black piece. They're going to do the bin. There's a bin in the corner.
There's a bin in yeah. Why is there a trash can in the corner?
He lifts up a black piece of paper, and the guy goes, what's that? And the kid's like, you want to see my anger? Crunches it up, throws it in the bin. Now, does he have a lighter?
No.
Does he have a match?
No.
You see, Kane, as many people are not actually aware, is a pyromancer.
Yeah.
Raises his arms, and it was back to the American Bash barbecue. Boom! And it just burst into flames, and I was rolling along the floor like a giddy little guy. And it was like, Adam had to eventually throw pillows at me and give me a stop. I was like, dude, calm the fuck down. I was convulsing on the floor. But of course, up next was the trust fall exercise. I know people want to wear what
I didn't see that.
Yeah. What the trust fall exercise is when you have someone stand behind you, and then you allow yourself to fall backwards, trusting them to catch you. So
I've never let anyone do it to me.
So the instructor went, Daniel, I want you to fall backwards, and Kane will catch you. Daniel goes, what? Kane goes,
I will. Kane goes, I will.
So Daniel Bryan, after much hesitation, goes, okay, I trust you, Kane. Falls, and Kane catches him.
Much to Kane's chagrin.
That's alright. Now you both are going to catch
Harold.
A.K.A.
Mason.
So they're both standing facing each other with their hand. They're both. Daniel Bryan and Kane are looking at each other, standing with their hands out. Harold falls backwards and falls on the floor. Daniel Bryan goes, didn't you think? How could you know I wasn't going to catch him?
Did you know I wasn't going to catch him?
And Kane goes,
did you know I wasn't going to catch him?
I'm beginning to understand you, Kane.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan goes, I think I finally understand you, Kane. And they both look at each other and smile. Which I was going, tag team, tag team, tag team, tag team. But yes.
So if Daniel Bryan had started like this and then been pushed to the top, I might have accepted him.
Yes, the problem is with you, there's no chance of redemption. You could never be Christian.
Even 0-10 on NXT, and he was still being pushed to the top. That's what annoyed me.
But basically, they basically said, Dan Bryan goes to Kane by the end of the session and says, I understand that you are angry, and I'm willing to give you a rematch at any time. And Kane basically goes like, thank you, and then they start talking about, and then Daniel Bryan,
King said, I'll thank you and I'll try not to eviscerate you.
And Daniel Bryan says that if you could eviscerate me, which you can't, they get into a bit of an argument. Everyone flees the room immediately. Especially Harold.
Apart from the doctor.
No, the doctor sticks around and he goes, Stop it! Stop it! You guys are driving me insane! Ah! And Daniel are like, what the fuck? So, I wonder how this will play out on the rest of Raw.
Tune in and find out.
So up next was Rey Mysterio and
I didn't see this. This was cut.
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara.
Raw's getting cut down. I told you it wasn't just that,
It was Rey Mysterio versus Sin Cara versus Cody Rhodes.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Tensai. And
So Cody Rhodes called Domo now.
Hey, Saki Bo didn't get the shit kicked out of him.
And Tensai's on Raw.
Yeah.
So Tensai surely, because he's paid more dues than the rest of them. Well, maybe it's not Ray. But, he won, right? And Sin Cara lost again.
Don't be fucking stupid.
He won in an ironic way.
He didn't get pinned?
No, he lost. Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara defeated Cody Rhodes and Tensai.
And there's a shock. Who got pinned? At least it was Cody. Who got the pin? Fucking Sin Cara.
So,
what a shock. Moving on.
So, yeah.
I didn't miss much by the sounds of it.
Stop burying people.
So, it was time for, what you would think would be a main event. Champion versus champion. Oh no! Fuck that noise for the
Time for the 8 o'clock slot.
Yeah. It was Sheamus, supposed to be Sheamus versus CM Punk. CM comes out in jeans and a t-shirt. And you're like, okay. And he basically says, people here in Chicago respect me. You're like, Ray! And he goes, in fact, there's a lot of people here, who support my decisions. Ray! In fact, a lot of people, and this is limited, so a lot of people take the day off work to be here. Yay! So
I didn't even know it was limited.
So that's why they will respect.
Trending all day.
Yeah, that's why they will respect my decision to take the night off. And he drops the mic and he walks out. And some of the fans are going, "Hey!" Some are going, "What?" Some are going,
"Oh, I want to see Punk wrestle."
No.
No, trust me, that's what most of the boos are for.
So basically, he goes towards his car. You can see the driver there, but nothing's really made a picture of that. But think about
take a personal drink.
AJ comes out and goes, "You can't leave because."
I found it interesting.
He says, "Look at my contract. I've got personal dates. This is one of them." Gets in the car and leaves, and AJ's like, "Oh god!" Matt Striker comes up with her. It's like, she goes, "What are you going to do about it?" She goes, "Who are you?"
And hashtag continuity issues.
Yeah.
What?
And then she probably.
What's the continuity issue there?
Who are you? She didn't know who she was.
It's the idea she's lost her fucking mind.
Really? Well, she should really state that clearer.
I picked on it straight away. Everyone picked up on it.
Retarded.
You are the worst troll in the fucking world.
She's fucking Doolally. She even says on the WWE interview when she says that next week, Bret Hart's coming back.
In Montreal,
she
the
goes,
first time
"Hi, Matt
years.
Striker." She's supposed to be Doolally. That's the point. It's like, are you going to say, "Oh, the Cobra," right? Sometimes, right, he just puts it on, no problem. Then sometimes he talks to it. Like, people are clearly off the rocker. It's like, oh.
I found it interesting to see CM Punk, right? Got his car out of the building when his bus was still parked up. Maybe he was just going to meet Colt Cabana for a Pepsi.
Scotty Goldman.
Colt Cabana.
Scotty Goldman.
His name's Colt Cabana at the minute.
I am not
say Scotty Goldman all you want.
I'm not Scotty Goldman in the WWE, so that is his bigger name.
You can say what you want.
Look, I am not sitting through an hour. I'm not sitting through an hour and a half of this failed sitcom.
It's not a failed sitcom. It's life.
It's called the
Scotty Goldman was a failed gimmick, unfortunately.
It's called the Scotty Cult Show. Be quiet.
Has now
Sheamus. It was Sheamus versus Jack Swagger.
CM Punk's replacement.
Yes.
A really decent replacement.
So Jack Swagger.
Yeah, Jack Swagger, a really decent replacement.
Yeah, but of course, someone came out to ringside to watch the match, and his name was Albert
That is filthy, bitch. Now allow this to the because so they can hear you.
Yeah. No! Is that ringside with Ricardo Rodriguez? And yeah, let's just say it was Sheamus, shall we? And Jack Swagger.
Just say it was Jack Swagger.
Yeah. So Jackie Boy didn't win.
Obviously.
Poor Jack.
Obviously.
So it would have been nice, but no. So, Alberto Rio goes in to get him some, and then doesn't pan out well. Sheamus goes for the bro kick, but Ricardo Rodriguez, like a guardian angel, runs in and it takes it for Alberto Rio.
He just stands there and just looks. Just what the fuck was that?
Takes the bullet.
Just looks at him and just goes, "Come on, hit me again."
Well, actually, he went down like a sack of potatoes.
Really?
Yeah.
Potatoes?
Yeah.
Irish potatoes?
Irish potatoes.
Not Idaho ones.
No, Idaho potatoes.
Well, they're not Mexican
Idaho potatoes. Dude, you could build a castle on Idaho potatoes.
Well, they're not Mexican potatoes.
No, you don't really get many Mexican potatoes.
No.
Well, you can, but then you have to send the castle back
Spicy
home to
wedges.
Mexico. Yeah.
Mexican
So basically,
wedges.
later on, like they're trying to check up on Alberto until they find out that Alberto is now being represented by David Hunger.
Attorney Raw.
Dun 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 dun. But is he any match for Denny Crane?
Is there any match for Chris Masters?
Clicked on the run.
But not Chris Masters does have a law degree.
So anyway,
But he wrote a book.
up next,
Yeah, I was waiting for you.
it was Caitlyn. It was Caitlyn versus Eve.
Ooh, hello. Skank!
Oh god. Anyway, so
Pretty interesting.
basically,
Yeah, I like that.
Eve picked up the win with a neck breaker.
I like how the whole
I find that. Yeah,
thing that's
really
going around at the minute is that the botch, the Battle Royal ending.
Stop rubbing your nipples. I don't care what people on Twitter say. Stop rubbing your nipples. Stop rubbing your nipples.
You sick freak.
Sick.
People are now saying that Caitlyn was supposed to lose the Battle Royal to Eve in the botch to finish, and that's all going around now.
I would say I've not heard that. I've heard it's the idea because it's friends versus, friends against each other and whatnot.
Well, that's,
But the idea is that Eve is, the right idea is that the rest of the divas will get, the ones who've been there longer. Eve, Natalia will get jealous that she's been put. She's in their spot.
I was like, if that was a botched finish,
Some
I
botched
really
finish,
don't think so. But that is going around everywhere at the moment.
Anyway, Layla was at ringside to commentate. She really shouldn't have been. Basically, Eve.
I like that
Eve-
with the Miz.
I
I was like, mention ECW that he owned your contract. But no.
yeah, but basically,
She has other things to worry about right now.
yeah.
Other than thinking about
Eve,
this.
basically, Eve offered Layla a handshake, because she's a good
Skank!
sportswomanship.
She's a skank.
Should be the special referee.
But then
No,
we go
It's not a
backstage.
triple
We
threat.
go backstage where Jack Swagger informs AJ Lee that he's going to take some time off. That he shouldn't be. It shouldn't be
What?
this bad. He shouldn't be this down. I'm better than this. I'm better than this. AJ says, you can't leave, and he says, I am. And he's
Poor AJ. Everyone's left.
Poor Swagger.
Everyone's left AJ.
You never know.
Yeah,
He might be.
including Chris Jericho going here. Can you fire him?
Yeah, but once again, she classes that as a loss due to a mental breakdown.
Stupid idiot.
In fairness, that
You
is.
stupid idiot.
She needs to sort her head out.
She can't help it. She's got fucking mental issues.
So up next was.
If Kane chokeslammed, all them would be gone.
Up
The
next.
King chokeslam, your ailments be fucking gone.
That'd be good. I'd take it.
Dude.
You
Hashtag.
couldn't take a chokeslam off me.
Hashtag SteveJones313 for Raw GM. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Just saying. Putting it up.
Hogan sells a better chokeslam than you do.
Oh. Because Hogan's a legend.
Yeah, you botch was like fuck. Anyway, Ryback.
He's going to wrestle again and Bound for Glory. Yes, he's back in the ring.
Ryback versus Jinder Mahal. I have to make a no disqualification. I should have with a lot of Zimmer frame in there. Ryback versus Jinder Mahal.
That's fine.
So Brock Hogan's going to bring his ashes down the ring?
Mm-hmm.
That's alright then.
Ryback won, by the way.
Duh.
Just
I'm like Big Jinder Mahal doing shit.
Feed him more. Usual tap on the head. Bam, bam.
now, it was left up to the WWE Universe to decide what would be the fate of Kane and Daniel Bryan.
It's hashtag time.
Would they have a singles match?
No.
Let the boy do it. His hashtags.
Alright, what were the options?
Hashtag WWE match.
Hashtag,
WWE tag.
hashtag,
WWE hug.
Oh, I like a good.
Now,
I like a good hug.
for once, upon counting the votes,
When I'm allowed to hug. I'm so wrong.
Hashtag help Dan. So many hashtags.
Hug it out once.
Cheers, Gary.
So Daniel Bryan and Kane had to hug it out in the middle of the ring. Now, if ever there was
Did you vote hashtag WWE hug?
I voted hashtag tag.
Ooh.
Would you hug?
Hug? Of course. I don't want to see Daniel Bryan wrestle.
But basically,
Should have worked that one out.
after what seemed like a fucking eternity,
Oh, it was good.
these two finally hugged it out.
Really? Because
But they were
all was been
prepared
edited
for a
because
match.
it was like minutes of so they hugged it out on
Yeah.
the Raw.
They probably had to prepare for a match, so they thought,
Yeah.
well, we need to kill this time.
Yeah, so they hugged it out, and it was like, yay! You know, Kane was even patting him on the back. So Kane does this whole slap on the arm. So Daniel Bryan slaps on the arm. So Kane hits him harder. Bryan hits harder, and then gets into a full-on fight. It just gets down to a fucking fight between them.
Well, it was he do on TV.
Yeah. So, then I'm trying to remember, because basically Kane gets a chair eventually. Daniel Bryan's laying on the canvas. Kane gets a chair, puts it around Daniel Bryan's neck. At which point, Jismie is like, "Oh yes, yes!" And all the referees come running out, and he's like, "No, no!"
Snap his neck.
Kane's on the top rope. Daniel Bryan escapes and knocks Kane off the top rope, and then he
Literally
runs like fuck. Now, Josh Matthews is nowhere to be found.
You know what's interesting there?
Yeah.
It says here, right? Obviously, Kane just disappears. That's how it ends.
Mm.
Well, therapy is a process. Perhaps next week will be better. They finished the anger management course.
Well, therapy is a process.
What's next? They're going to bring out the fucking doctor that helped George Down with steel.
Well, Harold's going to get something in the ring, isn't
Up
he?
next, Santino
Maybe he'll come out and attack them.
Santino Marella was getting his rematch for the United States Championship.
You're fucking kidding me!
What?
Gosh.
This was cut as well!
Yes, Santino
I
Marella.
told you it wasn't just that advert.
I couldn't help myself! I wouldn't be able to watch with that!
No, but you keep saying it was just that advert getting cut.
You know, I said it was adverts and backstage. And rarely you get and usually it's a Divas match, which I didn't get either.
Santino Marella.
Well, that's the only option I had.
Santino
This
Marella.
was from the vault on.
No.
My God, that's even worse.
Santino Marella versus Cesaro in his rematch of the United States Championship.
The Cobra betrayed me.
I hated this match. Santino Marella just pissed me the fuck up. I'm not blaming him; it's the writing, obviously.
Yeah.
But just he's like, you finally get, because basically he's been trying to get the Cobra that entire match. He finally gets it, like, yay! So once he's trying to put it on, Antonio goes, oh fuck this, goes in, hits him with the neutralizer, pins him. It's like,
Yeah.
why did you write that? I mean, I have no problem with Santino like losing them because you could always do a comeback kind of thing. Fair play.
It was a squash. It was a glorified squash.
Yeah.
Did they do any of the whole Oksana thing or anything like
No.
that with the Cobra?
They did do the thing.
So they progressed in that bit though.
They did do the
Not
Oksana
really,
bit, but
though.
it was no.
Yeah, but it's
really
still
bad.
if it's coming up as a thing, they might not be doing it well, but they're still trying to progress it.
It was done kind of as if to say, "Oh shit, yeah, do that." You know, kind of like it felt a little
Kind of like WCW Nitro getting brought on the bus 5 minutes before the arena.
Yeah, exactly. So you
That
know,
wasn't a dig. It's just kind of what happened.
Cesaro's still the United States champion. Up next
He was
was
getting written during the show.
For fuck's sake, that's 4 matches.
up next was woo woo
That
woo
was 4 matches.
Zack Ryder versus the One Man Band, baby.
4
Heath
matches.
Slater. And so Zack Ryder versus Heath Slater. 2 people who need a win on Raw. Who gets it? Zack Ryder gets it. Zack Ryder picks up the win on Raw.
That's fair enough.
Slater did get the win on Sin Cara, on SmackDown.
Chicago was very
Okay.
happy.
Well, it would be.
Yeah. So
Heath
yeah.
Slater wants the internet title.
Well,
According to Twitter.
yeah.
Oh, I got this bullshit though.
So Zack Ryder said, yeah, you can get that along with
I got-
if you
I
give
got-
me some of those spare Nexus armbands.
Right.
I got this, right?
Yeah.
Instead of a fucking match. So they made me watch fucking cottage cheese try to skip.
Or according to Sluggy, you watch Vicky Guerrero talking to Eddie Guerrero.
Right.
That was a bit harsh.
I'll be.
I thought it was excellent, mate,
I'll be honest.
when he said that.
I
Fucking
legitimately.
harsh as fuck. I hope it's good.
I legitimately snapped watching this. I almost busted myself open. Literally, because I've got a ring with riches on my finger and I was punching my head in that hard. I was scaring my little brother. Because this entire segment pissed me off. made no sense whatsoever.
I
The
get the
writing
breakdown,
was
but
terrible.
that's it.
None of this made sense, and I'll tell you why, right?
Oh, here we go.
I imagine I'm the general manager, right? I know it's scary, but bear with me.
Class is in session, people.
Right? Vicky Guerrero comes out and says, "The board of directors said you can't hit me and you have to apologize." Alright. I apologize, Vicky. And on another hand, you've just put your hands on me because Vicky slaps her.
Yeah.
Right? You're fired! Out you go.
Maybe,
Problem solved.
Yeah, but
Where's your martini?
I think the idea is, if you let me try to explain, I know you're not going to like it what anyone says anyway, because you're going to lose your mind.
Explain.
The idea is that she's not all there, right? So the logical answer would not come to her mind. Right?
Hasn't someone just had to go at me about this?
Yeah, right. The logical answer wouldn't come to her mind.
Yes,
And her first instinct would be to attack someone.
And she's protected by the board of directors.
She's protected by the board, and Vicky's protected. However, the major problem here is, if you put your hands on someone, sure, it's a Stone Cold rule with Jericho. You put your hands on someone, therefore you can attack them.
So she wasn't going Eddie.
But here's the thing, right? Now you've got the argument of, okay, oh, she's obviously protected by the board, right? Okay, so maybe I can't fight, maybe she thinks we're good, but she's a diva. She's under doing contract. Contract states that you have to be willing to participate in matches.
Let's use diva in the loosest term there.
I would say right.
I class me young as a diva.
Vicky.
I class Mae Young as a fucking just about alive.
So, Vicky, have you ever been in a match with Kane before? No. Okay. Have you been in a Hell in a Cell before? Have you been in a handicap match before? No. Oh, good. Well, it happens to be that Undertaker's free. Kane's free. We have a Hell in a Cell in the back garage. And I don't like you. Get in there. If she's going to be sadistic as fuck, you know, you put it.
If I said this, I'd be getting shut down.
I'm just listening to it.
No. Match, fine. Killing and raping, no.
No, if I'd said Kane Undertaker versus Vicky Guerrero and Hell in a Cell, usually kick off.
Okay, here's the thing, right, dude. I was listening to what you said, and more importantly, no!
No, seriously, yes.
No,
Punisher?
No, I mean Punisher, because I'm saying, you don't kill and
Bring
rape.
JBL back to give her a clothesline from hell. That one's for Eddie as well.
The way I look at it is, Lita and Trish were happy to fight. You know, that's fair play.
We'll fight the blows.
My cut-off point is when it gets to lethal territory, dude. You know, like, I'm talking about like killing.
No, so Hell in a Cell, Kane Undertaker. I'm with you.
Yeah, that's not.
That's fully special ref.
Yeah, that's not lethal. That's just getting fucked.
We're not telling her to take the dive off the cell, but
yeah,
she can take a double choke slam.
Yeah, she takes double choke slam. I believe that's what they call it down that way, isn't it?
Yeah.
But so basically,
you could send her to hell.
AJ had a breakdown of the ring. That was fine for me. Like, have a breakdown, of course. You're off your rock.
Hashtag good booking, Steve.
But quite frankly,
smile on my face.
Vicky Guerrero should not be allowed a microphone unless she's going to fucking.
Unless it's an I Quit match.
Exactly. Exactly. Here's the thing. In real life, I have no ill will towards Vicky Guerrero. It's her character. I mean, if I met Vicky, I'd shake her hand and say, by the way, your character is fucking annoying. But, you know...
And she'd probably thank you.
Fair play to you.
She'd probably thank you because it's their job.
I mean, fair play to you to allowing yourself to be the figure of ridicule for the sake of the fans, but at the same time, you are defying your own point. But, you know, whatever, you're probably making Eddie proud. Good on you. But if I was speaking to a character, it would be like... Where's the red ring?
Move on to the next stage.
Hashtag good booking, Steve.
Let's move on to the next spot.
Let's not move on to the next bit.
Up next was, and quite frankly, I'm not going to do the big bit.
Good.
It was the main event. It was Alberto Del Rio versus...
No Joey.
That was more like...
I'm always watching the Bouncy. Always watching.
Ironically enough, that was the voice. That was the name that came into my head.
It was John Cena Alberto Del Rio in a Falls Count Anywhere match.
Not the worst match. No.
I thought it was alright, actually. Yeah.
Yes, but it just goes. You can give any guy a gimmick, doesn't make him good. And so basically, it gets to the point where we end up backstage, and
whoa! We've got to mention these Superman powers going through the table, getting hit in the stairs, and still kicking out. with relative ease.
Dude, that's assumed.
You know, it's ironic as well. He wears green kryptonite on this these days as well.
I tell you what I don't get about all the wrestling logic, right?
I know what it is. He's Green Lantern. He's never worn yellow.
He has.
When do you wear yellow?
His boxer shorts.
Oh wait, fuck off! I'm not looking at his boxes.
You could not look at them when he's the
God, yeah. He couldn't help but watch that.
Anyway.
Right.
But the thing is, see,
not there's anything wrong with that.
DDT on concrete, you know, basically exposed for when they move the mat away. The table's chest wins the entire match. With Barrett hiding under a table, you drop 28 or whatever it was chest onto the table. He has to take a little bit of time to recover. So basically, Cena shot in the head with the championship. With Barrett in a nuclear bunker when someone throws a grenade nearby. Oh, I have to take him off. I'm dying.
Don't think about it. It'll make your head hurt.
Anyway,
The
so yeah.
superstars of today, people. Oh my
So
God.
basically, John Cena gets a point where he FUs Alberto Rio onto some like boxes on the
They're
like the
cases, yeah.
Yeah, the cases that usually cover the cables and shit like that.
Yeah.
Well, all of a sudden, I don't know, CM Punk is there, lifts John Cena, lifts on James Robb, and basically drops him onto his own car. No.
Go sleep in the car, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think
CM Punk
it's
did a surprise return at the end of the show. No.
It's Chicago, dude.
No one saw that coming.
But here's the thing. He goes into the car, hangs out the window with his championship and shit, and he's like, respect and all that. And he gets out the car, as the car's driving away, drives past Cena. The driver hangs out the window, looks down at Cena, and it's Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman is driving the car.
Wow.
He didn't drive the Hummer, just to like clear that up.
And if you remember, CM Punk quite clearly stated in an interview, I'm a Heyman guy.
Yeah.
That's right, I'm a Heyman guy.
And I'm not getting spoiled.
And that is how...
That gets spoiled for you.
Yeah, it was all over Twitter. Paul Heyman spotted outside of Raw.
Yeah. And that is
Don't
how...
go on Twitter before Raw.
Yeah.
I know it's impossible for you, but you don't want spoilers. Stay away from it.
And that is how Raw
That's what
went
I like
down.
to do.
But it was when I was tweeting as well. It was coming up now.
So...
But I didn't... I was still a surprise. I
Yeah.
thought, he hasn't come. And I never thought he'd be in the call.
I'm definitely hoping for a better resolution.
So it was a bit...
Injury.
Holy shit, there he is.
Yeah.
But
I enjoyed Raw, actually, from what I've seen. Obviously, I missed 4 fucking matches.
Yeah.
But
I'll be honest. I didn't check.
Alright.
I didn't check as it was on.
but I'm back to live ones on Monday night. So anyway, so
I've been working.
I'll sort it out.
I've been working my ass off this week. I didn't catch Superstars.
I haven't seen NXT yet.
this week's.
No, I haven't seen
So last week's.
So-
last
last
night.
night's.
So,
Last night. Well, we don't do last night anyways.
so
I've seen
basically,
last week's.
Which was we recorded last week's last week,
We
didn't
talked
we?
about last week's.
So we don't need to do that.
Superstar. No, Superstars was.
It was-
Shit. No, I'd like to talk about Saturday Morning Slam again.
okay. Any improvement?
Right, so everyone's fine and go.
See, I only
to talk
got half a show this week, but the one I did
15
read
minutes.
about. Yeah, there was a bit I read about the weirdest things that they'd autograph, so we'll be interested to watch that.
Yeah.
So I know. So I haven't seen that bit, but the match was Brodus Clay versus Cody Hawkins, which I was right last week. Toned down moves again.
Obviously, it will be. They're not going to change that, dude.
Yeah.
I take it he didn't use the headbutt.
Yeah.
Well, so
But Brodus Clay wins with a splash.
fair play.
Accepted, like everyone expected that. I can't see he'll even winning on this show. It wasn't a bad match for what it was. Obviously, Brodus Clay's even more limited than he already like.
Yeah, well, his moves allowed,
Yeah.
because if you think about even before he became the Funkasaurus, his moves were quite heavy, centric,
Yeah.
beating, you know?
Yeah. And then the final segment was, I said last week about how does Rey Mysterio fly so high?
Yes.
Well, it was quite interesting. They did. They
Same way
had,
Evan Bourne does.
no.
Why did a bottle come in my head there?
They had a segment with him in the ring
Yeah.
from SummerSlam Access,
Alright, yeah.
and it was showing how he does a 619
Oh,
step
cool.
by step, like how he puts.
Well, he's done that before
Yeah.
on DVDs and
Like
stuff
one hand
like
on
that.
the rope and that. And he was showing people, and then he was doing it in fast motion, then it straight. So that was pretty cool, and it was showing you the fans. And it was like, what I say this, don't try this at home, kids. I'm just showing you how to do it.
To be fair, if you've got a ring in your house, I think you would have already tried a 619.
Well, that was just me with the Saturday Slam report. So over to the news desk for this week's weekly wrestling segment. What is it, Dan?
Wrestling.
Oh, sorry. Whoa, wait. That's what I want to talk about on Superstars. The Drew McIntyre Alex Riley feud. Yes, they've been having matches back and forth, been quite a good feud. And Mr. McIntyre has his code back.
Yes!
He has his code back.
Yes!
Exactly.
Yes!
And it's so good. So they're currently 1-1. They are 1-1 and they are awesome matches. I knew there was something I wanted to talk about, but the code is back. Now, Dan, you can go back to what you were going to do.
Well, that was a breaking report.
Breaking report, yes.
Now we're over to the wrestling. What is the segment called?
Wrestling news.
They didn't echo that time.
Eh.
Oh. Echo machine must be broken.
Wrestling news.
I think the sound editor's broken. Don't worry, we'll fix it.
Wrestling news.
Yeah, that got it. I don't know what happened there.
Some comic throw.
Do apologise. Alright, this weekly news, ladies and gentlemen. What the shit was that?
That's worse than me going bored.
Oh wait, in my sparkle quiz, did you notice?
You what?
Did you know in the sparkle quiz I made? Did you notice that one?
I did.
Another Katrina Waters, known as Winter, has parted ways with TNA. Another knockout gone. Do.
So,
Another one back to dust.
That would make it the OD Beam, Mickey James, Gail Kim, Madison Rain show.
Where's Sarita and Rosita?
I believe Sarita is banned is being blackballed from Mexico.
Yeah. But
They did have the best women's division.
She's taking bookings if you want to book her for internet pay-per-views, DVDs, whatever.
She's on Wrestling Talk this week on Challenge.
Contact her
I
at
can't stand that show.
infamousbookings@hotmail.com.
That's like 4 months behind.
In other
They
news,
get interviews. They win.
Devon Dudley may be headed to the WWE. He has parted ways with TNA
As TV champion.
as he's expressed an interest in returning to WWE.
My brother.
Sources say that they are not optimistic that Devo will return as a wrestler. Devo was well liked during his time in WWE, but the latest is that he has much better chance of being brought in as an agent or a trainer at developmental.
And the TV title is expected
I wouldn't
not to
see
be
him
brought
being
back.
a trainer, but an agent I could see him doing.
He should be a wrestler.
Maybe not if he doesn't want to be.
He does want to be, though. Because he said on
yeah.
Twitter, I am not
Yeah.
retired. So he does want to be.
In other news, Vince McMahon and Triple H have apparently been butting heads as of late over the direction of Triple H's character, especially after SummerSlam. Triple H believes his character would be more effective as a heel, but McMahon wants him to remain a babyface. Despite the fact that Triple H's power has grown over the years, Triple H still has Mr. McMahon has the final say in everything, including Triple H's own character. So Triple H wants to turn heel, apparently.
It would make sense. And I always think the game's better. Always think Triple H is a little bit better as the heel.
I'm not sure if it does make sense. Especially after that whole, I don't know if I'm going to come back.
But it could be a case
and that's not me mocking him, that's just, I'm telling
No, but it could be a case of that he's saying that, the comeback, a heel would be, what the problem was you people.
Could be, I suppose.
You people needed me to win. I didn't need me to win.
That's a good point, but we'll see what happens. Right, I'll summon this one very quickly. You know that whole WWE network?
Yeah.
I was looking forward to that.
Yeah, it ain't gonna fucking happen anytime soon because they can't get a cable deal.
Yeah.
They just can't get it done. So Vince McMahon doing the fucking dubstep adverts. It's coming soon. When? Don't ask so many questions. You're fired. I'm an audience participant. You can't fire me. You're hired. Yay! You're fired. Ooh. You did that already. We repeat storylines all the time, kid. Anyway, so yeah, WWE Network. Who's surprised?
Oh,
Show of hands. Who's surprised? Batista said that he would be likely to return to WWE, but before he says, "Let's hope the whole PG thing blows over, so I can go back and do wrestling the way I like to do wrestling."
It's your fault that it is PG.
He wants to wrestle.
No, it's not.
He wants to wrestle Triple H, Brock Lesnar.
One minute.
Yes.
Explain to me how the reason for PG has always been Linda McMahon's Senate run, and it's part of his, so therefore, Batista, who had nothing to do with Linda McMahon's Senate run, was part of the problem.
No,
for
I'm just saying
PG.
part of the problem is the two kid-friendly. Batista, Cena. Oh, look, we'll push these two, and then we'll change it.
No, because she didn't run until after that, and they weren't PG then.
Yeah, but I'm
They
saying...
put PG into 08.
You agreed to doing most of the stuff.
Doesn't mean he was PG. Doesn't mean... I just don't see how you can say that as part of his fault. Oh, fuck him, yeah, I don't like the guy. I just
Him
don't
and
see...
Cena.
Just
Road
don't see...
wrestling. Him and Cena. WrestleMania
Sorry,
21.
you can... Go ahead, dude.
WrestleMania 21, the day wrestling died.
So basically,
You still watch it.
there have been
Oh,
there have been reports that the reason why Christian has been taking time off is because he's going to be at the Hall of Fame ceremony.
Yeah.
These are probably being debunked, and the reason he's not doing it because seeing as creators don't have much room at the moment, he's requested time off to let his ankle heal up.
Fair enough.
So
We
yeah.
believe you, WWE. We believe you.
Alberto Del Rio's
Bullshit!
Alberto Del Rio's brother.
How is it bullshit?
Oh. If you're that naive,
He's got a bad ankle, so he's
the amount of times they've said, oh, such and such.
Oh, you know, bollocks.
Yeah, he could still appear at the Hall of Fame and yet still have time off for his ankle.
He could still appear on TV.
Yes, he could appear on TV.
They don't want. Why is he being taken off the opening of SmackDown and Raw then? Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
No,
So what?
honestly, I haven't.
Well, there you go. I'm pleased I'm not the only one to notice that. At Rubicon86 also said the same thing.
Mhm.
So I'm not the only one that noticed it. Just so I'm not nitpicking. There's at least two people.
Well, these are points, right?
Well,
When you have a show, right, and you use people that you have, right, and you promote them, if you don't have certain people to use, like Christian, who is injured, why promote them?
SmackDown on their opening had
Yes.
Jericho, Orton, Rey Mysterio when they were all suspended,
Right.
Mark Henry and Wade Barrett who were both injured.
Yeah, but they were coming back soon.
Right.
Christian probably not
Mark
coming back for a
Henry.
while anyway.
Mark Henry wasn't. Still isn't.
Mark
He did
Henry's
a couple
on
of
his way-
doubts.
Mark Henry's on his way back.
Right?
Yeah.
That wasn't told about months ago now. So
Yeah. The problem is,
they don't want to promote him.
ultimately, your problem is you want there to be a reason. You want there to be a conspiracy because it's more interesting than the truth, which is like it's so banal. You'd rather that everyone is trying to fuck each other over because then it's Coronation Street.
Oh, it's not my 2 cents.
It is your 2 cents.
That's what I said.
Alright, it sounds like you said it isn't my 2 cents.
No.
But I'm confused. And Triple H, who has is famous for his long hair and his or whatever, cut his hair.
Oh.
Don't click that one. Don't click it off
What do you mean?
because of the top one.
Keeping that retirement angle up well done.
Yeah. So basically, yeah. Oh yeah, it's that one.
Yeah.
Thank you. So basically, yes, he's had his hair cut. There are pictures available. We can't show them because we don't own the rights.
Put the watermark to TMZ.
Yeah, but go to his, you'll be able to find them there. It looks weird. It just looks too weird for my liking. I don't like it.
Why is everyone cutting their hair? Bobby Roode, Kaz, Triple H, Undertaker.
Taker did it because nature was catching up.
Very odd.
Taker did it because nature was catching up. Rude did it for a new look, he said. He just wanted a new look as a new champion. I think Kaz was to follow in the line of Daniels and did a storyline.
This is a guy who who left WWE because he refused to cut his hair.
Yeah, but WWE didn't have a reason for him to do it. Well, at least this one sticks with him being, part of, with Daniels and because they're kind of the follower guys. And Triple H is obviously doing it for storyline in the way of, I'm now Paul Levesque, I'm not Triple H.
Shawn Michaels, last one.
Who's the guy that left because of what
Kaz. He left WWE because they wanted him to cut his hair, and he said no.
Well,
That's why I was really shocked at that one.
Yeah.
Me too.
So
because I watched it in like a month and a half or something, and he came on board. So who the fuck's with Daniels?
So basically, that is this week's wrestling news. So over to the world of nostalgia. We've got two very nostalgic segments on this show. So the first of which is hosted by WWE King Anderson, and it is something that we all love, we all cherish, and we all look forward to every week. It is You Did It! Hello.
I don't have one.
That was
You Did It! No. Because I am officially announcing today on this episode that the next 4 episodes will be requests. So therefore, on Tumblr, on Facebook,
Interactive.
on Twitter, send me superstars, send me rivalries that you've liked, that you really like, or you're into something but you want something else. Send me this, and I will do my very best to send you a good response, to give you a good response. If I don't do it on the show, I will send it to you personally, via your Twitter, via your Tumblr if you've left it open, or I'll at least answer you on Tumblr, and on Facebook as well. So, yeah, You Gotta Watch is that I'm opening up this show to let you guys ask, you guys send in stuff that you really want to watch, or you've really liked, and then send in stuff that maybe you've liked this storyline. For instance, say you liked the Punk Bryan matches, and send them in, say you really love them, but you'd like to see more from different people, and I'll do my best to give you suggestions.
How about You Gotta Watch? Check out WWE.com because they're currently showing the Hulk Hogan Roddy Piper match for the WWE title from the Wrestling Classic.
Alright.
That was quite shocking when I saw that. I was like, wow.
In which case,
please put it on DVD. Please.
In which case, we'll move right over to the second of the nostalgic segment we have in the show with the king of nostalgia, Just Miss.
Hello. Very short one.
Weddings.
Very short one today?
No.
Weddings.
No.
So no weddings?
No.
But you said...
You know what it is?
I'll do it next week.
Okay. Alright then, we'll do it next week.
Next week, okay.
Okay.
Very short one this week. There's time constraints.
Yes.
So it is from Hardcore Holly.
Okay.
A dupe here.
This dickhead.
Yeah, just like most of them. This man is a 6-time Hardcore champion.
Okay.
He is a 1-time NWA World Tag Team Champion, but it was in the WWE with Bodacious Bot, a.k.a. Bot Gun.
A.k.a. the new Midnight Express.
Damn right. And he is also a 3-time World Tag Team Champion, once with the 1-2-3 Kid, a.k.a. X-Pac,
A.k.a. Sparkplug.
a.k.a. Sean Waltman, or Little Packer.
A.k.a. Sparkplug Holly.
Yeah. The second reign was with the late, great Crash Holly. And his final reign was with Cody Rhodes. And then losing them tag titles to Ted DiBiase and Cody Rhodes. That was his last ever appearance when it happened at Night of Champions 2008.
And those
Hardcore Holly, we miss you.
Hardcore Holly, he misses you.
Well, with just these stats out of the way, it's time for the hashtag Top 10!
You won't have one, so...
I have one.
What?
I said at the beginning of the show that...
No, yeah, but I said I had wedding stats. And
yeah,
he said
I have a
You Gotta
hashtag
Watch.
Top 10.
I didn't say you got to watch. He said I had one.
I have a hashtag Top 10.
What happened to the hashtag voting poll in?
Well, here's what happened.
Here you go.
I've spent a week, the past 2 weeks, in between working my ass off and having breakdowns.
We're not having a go, I'm just asking a question.
And it's not fun. But, I took some time out to try to relax, which didn't work. But I did find time to get a personal hashtag Top 10 done. We are going to... The reason why we're not doing the whole which Fire Superstar shall I come back and all that jazz isn't because I couldn't find them. It's because there's too fucking many.
The list was too long there for you.
The list was way too long. Yeah. Even the polling sites going, no, Stephen. No.
That's what I thought was a big challenge for you.
You go sleep. You go sleepy now.
I'm talking about the NXT one.
The NXT one.
Do you have the results?
I do have.
Well, that's okay. That's the one I was talking about.
I just have. It's
I said what happened to the poll.
Well, I'll find the poll there. I'll have to go via my Twitter history.
Hashtag polls v holes.
Right. So you want the results of the poll?
I do.
So basically, last week I asked you guys out of the 4 people, out of the 4 WWE superstars, not like NXT, but established WWE superstars that were in the NXT Gold Tournament, which one of them would you have liked to have been NXT champion? And you had Drew McIntyre, Jinder Mahal, Justin Gabriel, and
Michael McGillicuddy.
The results are 63% said Drew McIntyre.
Yes!
30% said Michael McGillicuddy. Nobody voted for Jinder Mahal and Justin Gabriel. Now you may notice, 63% plus 38% isn't 100. It's because the percentages are rounded up.
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah, but basically majority, an overwhelming majority said Drew McIntyre.
Yay.
So, yes, we agree. Now, we are going to have a hashtag top 10 poll for you guys. I'm not going to announce what it is for one subtle and evil reason. I don't know what it is yet. But there will be one for you guys. I've got a personal one to kind of try and get the music. So, originally I was going to do my top 10 wrestling duos, but the problem is I found too many and I couldn't rank them. So I went for something a little bit easier for me. My top 10 fantasy matches, but there is a twist. A twist, yes. Basically, first of all, when you look at a wrestler, you talk about their gimmick. So Undertaker is a dead man, Kane is a monster, and all that jazz, right? So you have to completely believe their gimmick. They're not a wrestler particularly based on one. They are what they are. Versus a fictional character. So this is a true fantasy match that can never actually happen. So I've done my top 10, and I'd like to hear your guys as well. But here's my personal top 10. At number 10, Hulk Hogan versus Hercule from Dragon Ball Z, or Mr. Satan. Now, if you don't know what Mr. Satan looks like, well, I'll be cheeky and I'll throw some pictures up there for you. But
Abracadabra.
This is Mr. Satan, or Hercule. This is my favourite picture. Him versus Hulk Hogan.
Okay.
Because Hulk Hogan, it would be more like, well, you know something, Mean Gene? I'm the WWF champion, dude, and I'm going to beat Hercule. And Hercule sounds exactly like this. I'm Hercule! I will be the World Martial Arts Champion! Ha ha! It's like, really?
It's fighting Antonio Inoki.
That's subtle, dude. That's fucking subtle. At number 9, Brock Lesnar versus Sabretooth from X-Men.
Cool.
Sabretooth, very strong, obviously freakishly strong and all that. Brock Lesnar, also freakishly strong. I didn't want to put Brock against him too overly powerful, because I actually want to see a legitimate fight between these two. But it will also be good to see when Brock Lesnar gets his ass handed to him. Number 8 was Vince McMahon versus Heihachi Mishima from Tekken. Yeah. I would love to see that. At number 7, Kane versus Jason Voorhees.
Yes. Mask versus
the
mask. Devil's
favourite demon versus, Jason Voorhees. Enough said. At number 6, The Rock versus Johnny Cage from Mortal Kombat.
It's fucking awesome.
If ever a match before. At number 5, Jerry the King Lawler versus Denny Crane from Boston Legal, played by William Shatner. There is so much about this. In fact, in an episode of Boston Legal, Denny Crane actually wrestles. He actually wrestles against Alan Shaw, and Alan Shaw dresses as Chief Jay Strongbow because it was his favourite wrestler growing up. At number 4, Dolph Ziggler versus Ken from Street Fighter. Number 3, The Undertaker versus Ra's al Ghul.
Ooh. Oh.
Let's see how the dead man faces against an immortal, shall we? At number 2, CM Punk.
I mean, Ra's al Ghul is nothing better than an immortal, is it?
Yeah. Number 2 was CM Punk versus Nightwing from DC.
But you did that purely for Mini Funk.
At number 1, Stone Cold Steve Austin versus John McClane from Die Hard. Now that, my friends, is a straight up fight.
Why couldn't the same shit happen to the same guy?
4 times.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, 5 times now.
So yeah, that was my personal hashtag top 10. Are there any fantasy matches that you like to see?
Luke Kang versus Steve Blackman.
Ooh.
We're into it, yeah. Cool.
Nunchuck fight.
Zack Ryder versus Michelangelo from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They just had them going, fuck it, dude, let's get pizza. Yo, I'm down with that, bro. It's like, whoa, dude, fight, man. Mr. Fuji versus Splinter.
Yes.
Or Mr. Fuji versus Oddjob. Which one of us is which?
Mr. Fujiwara is best again.
God.
How about Yokozuna versus E Honda?
Oh yes, that's a battle. That's a battle waiting to happen.
Zangief versus Kozlov.
Like
Who
Tyson.
is more
Tyson
Roger?
versus boxer.
I like it. Ooh. I think there's some good ones out there. I have to admit, there are some good. I mean, there are some I just love but never happen. There are some I just love for this sheer torture of it. You know, so like David Otunga versus Goliath from the Bible. You know, but
Hornswoggle versus Warwick Davies as the leprechaun. Old versus new. Remake versus vintage.
Hornswoggle versus Puck from the X-Men. He's a legitimate leprechaun.
but yeah, that was my hashtag top 10.
Oh, you go
So
Or you could throw Puck from Alpha Fight there instead of the leprechaun. It was fucking awesome.
I suppose Gail Kim versus Chun-Li. Yeah.
Trish Stratus versus Cammy. Trish.
Yeah. Trish should have been Cammy.
Yeah.
Triple H could have been Ken.
What? Clap on, the clapper.
Kylie Minogue is Cammy.
An actual Vince McMahon versus God as a Morgan Freeman. Vince, I'm God. Shit.
William Regal versus Michael Caine.
Drinking cup of tea in a promo.
You're a peasant compared to me. Oh, I'll tell you something, you stupid Burke. Always wanted Burma, and I'll kick people like you for breakfast, okay? So you kick people for breakfast. Fuck you. I'll burn your whole forest down. I'll take your iguana and shove it up your ass. Rock to him. Whoa! Alfred! Dude, man, what the fuck?
Forrest Gump versus Eugene.
Mama says they were my magic shows. Mama says she loved me.
Hi.
Mama said life is bilingual box chocolate. But I say it's more like WrestleMania.
Mama said life like box chocolates.
Sid Vicious versus Christopher Walken in a promo battle would be awesome. I know Christopher Walken is fictional, but Jesus Christ, he could be.
Mama says life's like a
Matt
condom.
Shrek.
Mama says life's like a condom. You don't know which one's got the hole in it. My Jenny. I love my Jenny.
Little Jimmy versus Jumping Jack Flash. Who wins? I have no idea.
Santino Moretta versus Mario.
It's a me, Mario. It's a me, Santino. Oh, you son of a bitch!
It's a me, Luigi, motherfucker.
Bob Hoskins playing Mario versus Santino Morella.
Goldberg versus Leonidas.
Ryback versus Arnold. You think you can beat me more? You fucking nothing. You see that? You should have seen the fucking white I just fucked.
Anyway, but with all that madness out of the way, let's move on to...
It's time for Fan Corner.
Hashtag.
Fuck it!
Fan
Yeah!
Corner.
Arnie is introduced to the show then.
It's time to hashtag Fan Corner.
I'll hashtag the
Do me a favour, in Arnold Schwarzenegger's voice, please say Orale, Mamacita.
Orale, Mamacita. You looking good. You know, I didn't fucking punch you.
Roll the fucking jingle.
Hashtag.
Oh, God.
I like hashtag.
Okay.
Hashtag.
Shall we start with Yahoo, Tumblr, or Twitter?
Let's go Yahoo.
Alright, Yahoo.
Let's.
Because I believe that is Jismie's got something to do with
Yes.
Yes, I'm
Jismie.
promoting on Yahoo Answers. I'm trying to.
So.
This one for Dan.
that. Oh, here we go.
Ooh, again.
It's never good when I get something from Yahoo. You've changed your voice again.
Sorry.
This is referring to last week's quiz, which I won.
Fuck
Champion. Oh!
Yes, champion.
Yo.
Are you ready? Are you
my
sure?
line. That's my line.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Why did the Geek King get so angry when ErikVanDjismie worked out the titles for the Big Show in one of the 1 to 12 square round?
It wasn't that I was angry that you were working them out. It was angry that I thought there should have been a time limit. Because when we've done it in the past, there's been time limits.
And he goes on, There was no time limit for you, so you should have easily have worked that out without kicking off.
Should have easily worked it out.
That was from
I
Anonymous.
think
and that is their name.
I think the problem is
Not, it is Anonymous like 86 or something.
I think the problem is though that Dan's because after the show, was like, in fact this week he said it was there should be time limit on all questions.
Well, it was when we first did them.
Yeah, so I think.
However, I'll reply. I should have worked them out. No, I mean, possibly I could have. The response I would have had to that was that my title histories isn't the greatest to knowledge, particularly on certain superstars, and that is something that Jizzy knows a lot better than me.
Yeah.
And as far as comes to getting angry, I explained why I was angry. I want a time limit on every question because it makes it fairer. It means we're not all sitting there like a fucking. Now look at how we sat there for one time. Both of us were sitting there for like 5 minutes sitting there working out the question. It doesn't seem that on the show because we have an excellent editor.
I think the argument was though that it wasn't time limited for you.
I know.
Yeah.
So they were just wondering why you were shouting there was a time limit when it was your question.
Because in fairness though, he was saying why aren't there a time limit on all questions?
Well,
He did say all
alright,
questions.
Because you said you were working out on my fingers, which I was.
Yeah, well, why I wasn't getting angry for that, obviously, but like I say, however, there was no time limit for me. Fair enough. I wasn't getting angry at that point. I should have sat there more, but my mind is when I'm in a quiz is to answer as soon as possible.
From the Quizmaster's point of view, because obviously I put the quiz together, it's a constantly changing format. I tried time limits at one point, so I tried no time limits. There's going to get to a point where we work out where we're happy with, especially when we get to the point where these guys will be doing, I say that, pointing. Even I'm doing the camera thing now.
Not wrong with that.
Yeah, but these two guys, just mean that at some point one of them or both of them will end up getting their chances to host quizzes, and they'll have their method because they don't have to follow the same structure.
I can't wait for that.
But when I do the quizzes, I'm looking for what I said. For me, 5 rounds, 4th round's always a gimmick, 5-1's always a guess who and all the jazz. For time limits, I'll have to work out what's fair because to me, I never know what fair is. 30 seconds, 10 seconds, a minute. So
30 seconds is a bit harsh.
I would say 10 to 15.
They are harsh on some questions, though.
No, 10 to 15 seconds on every question keeps it fair.
That's the thing. It's to work out where it is because...
Yeah, but if you had your wages, it'd be 5 minutes of fucking questions.
So I like no time limits. If you can sit and work that out, good on you. You are the better man on the day that you work that out. If you can work it out in the end without giving up...
Ultimately, the problem is, it comes down to the fact that...
10 seconds takes the piss.
That 10 to 15 seconds to answer a question means you have to answer it and you should know it.
Who did Undertaker beat for his first WWE title?
Hulk Hogan.
Anyway, the point is, sometimes when we do a timer, it means that I've got to work out what's fair, and basically, you're never going to please everyone. That's ultimately it. Like I said before about Raw, you're never ever, no matter what you do. I mean, I can put a timer. I'm going to end up pissing Jizmie off. I don't put a timer. I could upset Dan. I could do a whole lot. I could make 2 mistakes in a quiz and upset myself. I mean,
I did like that.
What? You want 30 seconds?
No, I don't want a time limit.
Yeah, but if you have a time limit, what would you give?
Over a minute.
Over a fucking minute?
Aye.
You have to fucking laugh.
No, if you can sit and work it out.
No, it's not an idea of a fuck. When you're in a pub quiz, and they keep asking the questions. Do you sit there and go, I'm going to work this out? You work out every other question.
If I can't think of it, I'll put it to the side and think about it during then try and fill it in during the quiz.
The other option would be to have a timer for the entire round. And say, right, you've got, 5 minutes for this round, use your time sparingly, like a quiz. It's like a test, you've got an hour to do this test, however long it takes you, But it's something that we'll work out in a meeting.
What about anyone else from John?
Same guy? To me.
Oh, that's
okay.
Change.
Simple.
Yep.
Why did you need it so bad? I assume the win.
I would hope so.
That's all I think. I'll be honest, I need it so bad because I'm one of the most competitive people that you will never met. You've never met me.
Yeah.
But I need to win.
It's unhealthy.
And it's WWE trivia, something I personally think I excel at times. So when I get beat at something I'm good at, that makes me feel like shit. So I have to make sure I win these things.
I think it's also a lot of it. You're saying you're competitive, one of the most competitive, and a lot of times, it comes off as unhealthy as well. because you get yourself in these states where you've got to win.
I was listening to the quiz back, and you can hear the chair creaking because that's me going backward and forwards, panicking. I'm going to get these questions wrong.
Yeah.
Especially the Royal Rumble ones, which I knew, which I should have got right. That's why it annoyed me even more.
Yeah. The thing is, as well,
I love to win, and I'm not going to lie.
The one thing I will say is, like, when I made, because obviously in the quiz there was 2 mistakes which I addressed in the edits. I did a video and I apologised for the mistakes.
That was awesome.
Yeah, because I basically, if you haven't watched the quiz, basically I asked a question about No Mercy 2002, and I was meant to say No Mercy, but because I just did a question about No Way Out, my mind and eyes just typed No Way Out rather than No Mercy, so I made a mistake, which led them to get. But I mean, at the end of the day, it didn't affect the game at all. Another one was Chris Benoit question, where I asked, it was supposed to be about pay-per-view opponents, and I asked about Chris Benoit versus, I think it was either
the first round King of the Ring at the dance.
2006, I think it was. And but that match took place on Smackdown, but just because so I made like 2 mistakes, which didn't affect the entire quiz, but even then I apologized. At least you guys didn't take it too badly. You kind of like, all right, fair play, Steve. You know, we could all make mistakes. But I think if any of those mistakes had led to like hit the Dan winning, I think the word inquiry would be brought up quite a lot.
Just a little bit.
Just, I want a rematch now. All right, fine.
If he'd won, and then there was 2 mistakes, I would have made sure when for them other 2 questions. It would have been, I would have said do it out best out of 3.
Yeah. There would have been.
But because I won, I wasn't going to bring that argument up. I won, and I was extremely happy. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Do we have anything else from...
No, that's it. Anonymous 86, I believe.
So, Tumblr or Twitter?
I only got one from Tumblr.
Well, let's knock it out before we get to Twitter then.
Twitter.
Okay, Tumblr is from Anonymous on Tumblr, and this is just...
Yeah.
Not Anonymous 86.
No, just Anonymous. Just wanted to say I like the show.
Awesome.
But why is Steve on if he isn't an actual Mark?
Whoa.
He made mistakes in the quiz, and he keeps asking you guys on everything.
And that is not, before anyone says that is not me, by the way. That does sound like something Tickish I might troll, but that's
so, would you like to address the troll, or should we just leave it to a gift?
No, he answers it. Wow.
You don't control him. It's up to him whether he answers
it is fan corner. We said we answer every question, so we will answer it.
Yeah, but if you're being a fucking troll, you don't deserve the attention.
Troll, he just trolled you.
Right, here's the thing, right?
Oh, wow.
Normally, I would just say, Dan, roll the gift, right? But let me address this.
I have your gifts at home for him.
Let me address this. Well, let's face it, Normally, I've got a problem with people posting anonymous messages, right? Mm-hmm. Some people don't use Twitter to have accounts, so they just go out and ask a question, whatever, fine. But when you ask a question like that, and you haven't got the balls to put your name to it, right? Fuck you and your family. In fact, rip off your own dick and go blow yourself. So, I'm now not allowed to be on the show because I'm not a true Mark. I'll give you I don't know as much about wrestling as these guys. I came into wrestling around about the Invasion time. Alright? Right about that's really when I got into wrestling. Okay? I am a newer fan than these guys. Which is why I'm probably more into guys like, I'm not as much into guys like The Rock. Yeah, I'm really into Austin. Guys like CM Punk, but I'm not that big in Jericho. I love guys like Dolph Ziggler, not as big fan of Raw Dog, that kind of thing. I was more on the outer edges of the Attitude Era. I had guys like Eric Bischoff and these guys, right? So yeah, these guys know all about the history. But every week, I watch Raw. I try to catch SmackDown, I desperately want to get any pay-per-view I can, and when I can't get to watch pay-per-view, it bums me out, And do you know how the show got started? See, these two, before I came back into Jismie's life, because we were college mates, right? Before I came back into the picture, these two were saying, we have these conversations all the time about wrestling. We should put this on camera or something. And over an idea. I met them again because Jismie contacted me and said, hey, Mick Foley's doing a comedy gig. And this was in December 2011. He said, they're doing a comedy gig in Nick. I was like, fuck, I'm there. There's got to be tickets. So I went on and I bought some tickets and I met up with Dan and Jismie and some other folks there who watched the show, actually. And me and Dan end up near the same seating area, so we go to the upstairs bar.
Yeah.
And we start comparing wrestlers, Kurt Angle, Triple H, we compare finishes, and who sold this finisher best though, and who did this finisher best. And then Jismie came back and we said, dude, we should do this show. You know?
Before, when we went outside, me and Jismie did our usual routine of arguing.
Yeah.
Which isn't scripted at all, and just usually Jismie has a topic that pisses him off. It happens every week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have a topic that pisses me off. Happens every day.
Yeah.
And we just fall into an old routine where we argue. We throw skits in there and situations, and you're sitting there pissing yourself laughing.
Yeah. The fact is, I would,
I'm not a mark.
I'm annoyed.
Really?
Yeah, that's what pisses me off.
Really?
You can't say he's not a mark. He's a mark. The reason he says he's not a big a mark as us.
Yeah. And
yes, he makes mistakes on the show. Makes mistakes in the quiz. We all make fucking mistakes.
I made mistakes in stats.
And let me point something out to you guys.
Wow.
Because you obviously have this big issue with the quiz. Need I remind you, right? Yeah, I made 2 mistakes in this quiz. How many fucking rounds that I didn't make a mistake on did these guys get full marks in? You understand my point here, mate?
And you asking us for everything.
Yeah.
Shit, I still ask Jismie for dates.
You want to talk? Dude, you want to talk about that? Let's go.
I'm for wrestling events.
Let's go back to the most infamous round in the quiz. The Who Am I? Fucking Paul Orndorff, Jesse the Body Ventura.
The fucking body.
No, Shane.
Body breaker.
Now you remember in the quiz that Jismie Khabib had Adam. Shane McMahon was the answer.
Got that.
Got that right. Adam had an inkling with Shane McMahon, and he's not been in wrestling as long as I fucking have been. And if you don't know Adam, he's the guy that usually sits in the corner of the studio.
At the number one.
Jismie is a fucking encyclopedia. He can work out Paul Orndorff.
No.
And
you give me a title history.
Yeah.
That's what really annoyed me.
Yeah.
You said he was WCW champs with Paul Roma, and I still couldn't get it. Oh my god.
So yeah, I grant they're big marks, but you say I'm not a mark. Let me point out, right? Right now, I can't even talk to the woman I'm supposed to marry, right? And there is an ocean separating us, right? I'm trying with Dan here to set up a business, something I've never done before. I'm trying to keep everything intact, and whilst I'm doing that, not getting any sleep whatsoever, maybe 4 hours in a week. What do you think I do most nights? Editing the show. I record the show with these great guys. I edit it on my own. No one helps me edit this because I'm the one that has the software. I'm the one that knows how to edit the stuff. Okay. So I do it. These guys don't live here. These guys don't live with me.
Even if we did, we couldn't.
Yeah, they've got their own
I'm
life.
not gonna lie.
They've got their own life to deal with as well.
I couldn't edit it.
Wouldn't know where the fuck.
Not only that, I have another show which Dan Jismie's been on before called #Show, which I edit on my own, and then I upload these. And anytime there's an issue, I have to deal with them. And every now and then, since Dan's been unable to, I've had to run the Tumblr page because obviously he's not had his internet access, which is fair play. Happens to us at some point. So I've been running that. And yet you want to come on and say, oh, Steve, you're not a true mark. Let me tell you something, right? I make mistakes. I error. I fuck up. But you know how I fuck up? Because I fuck up when trying to remember matches. I fuck up when I'm making quizzes. But I actually watch the shows. I watch the pay-per-views. I do the research.
You don't download it.
Yeah. I actually went and found the research.
You pay for the shows.
Yeah.
You don't sit there and download it and call yourself a fan.
Yeah. Exactly.
You don't sit there and go, oh, I'll just get the rip. You're not a fucking fan if you do that.
Damn right.
And also,
you can't help the business by stealing off the business.
Yeah. And I remind you,
not only do we buy the pay-per-views on TV, then we go and buy the DVD.
And
I bought the Blu-ray.
And let me tell you something, right? When I was younger, right? When I was younger, I suffered back injuries when 3 lads, probably 18, I was about 12 at the time, right? They threw me down the ground, they used my back like a trampoline, and I had to crawl home. No one helped me, and there were plenty of people that could have helped me, right? And I was at home, I didn't know what the fuck to do. Who was my inspiration? Shawn Michaels. But broken back, he was getting addicted to painkillers. I got addicted to painkillers. I was fucking addicted to them, right? But I looked at him as an example. He got through it, and I was able to get through it. My ex will fucking testify to that, and she was a wrestling enthusiast herself. So the things we love to do. I mean, Jesus Christ, every time Chris Jericho came on, I had to pretend I wasn't with her. Because the amount of drool coming out of her mouth. Just Chris Jericho desktop. But even I was going, in fairness, if I was that way,
We used to do a guy like that.
And bearing in mind, not only that, Roddy Piper said what he fucking thought, and he was always honest. Always fucking honest. Roddy Piper, one of the greatest. I know fucking Roddy Piper lines that most marks don't.
You know what? Fuck this troll. He's had enough attention.
Yeah.
All he's getting on Tumblr is a fucking couple of gifs, and I guarantee you, I fucking love them.
Yeah.
So let's move on to Twitter.
Yeah.
Because this cunt's pissing me off.
No, not a true mark. Yeah. Why did you go watch fucking Sling Clan or something? But anyway.
Actually, the Juggalo Wrestling Company's not too bad.
Now, we got a question from Gary. You gotta get got. He didn't tag us basically because it was quite a long question. So I've got the question in front of me on the computer screen. The obscenely cheap and very easy to get SteveJones313B. Hashtag Total Marker, hashtag Fan Corner. Good boy.
Good boy with a hashtag.
Pair up a rookie or an NXT guy with an established WWE star in either a managerial or tag team scenario you'd like to see. So, for example, the rumoured pairing of Flair and Ziggler, or Regal's suggestion of Mark Henry and Biggie Langston. So, NXT or rookie?
Has to be contracted.
Has to be contracted.
Yeah.
Okay.
And 2 pairings from each if we can. Alright, fair enough. Alright, I'm going to go with... first one that comes to mind is Seth Rollins.
Right.
Seth Rollins, he's got a very unique gimmick. And I don't know if I'd pairing him off with someone who's the same as him is very hard. I mean, Punk's the obvious one, and I don't want to go there. Because I think Punk and Rollins would probably clash a bit. See, I'd love Seth Rollins to be teamed with someone. His ring style is very much a brawling type, it's basically a mosh in a ring, isn't it, Contracted. You know what? Seth and Tyson Kidd could be an awesome tag team. Yeah, my first one would be Seth Rollins and Tyson Kidd.
See, I've got one for feuds, but not for tag teams and managerials. Because there's one I'd love to see is Kidd versus Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt, yeah.
Just when King goes, I don't know. Look, I've seen a lot of my time. I don't know what he is. He's not human. Yeah. And just like, I'm Bray Wyatt.
Believe in Bray Wyatt.
I was just thinking, for some reason, Josh Matthews manages someone. You won't fucking mess with me now. Biggie Langston is my bodyguard.
Works.
Just Biggie Langston standing at a commentary table like that every week.
Mr. Hughes.
Mr. Hughes. Bring back Mr. Hughes. He's a big black guy. The Jericho.
Couldn't fucking wrestle. You got anything to do there, dude?
Undertaker with the Ascension.
Would make sense. Bring
back a new ministry.
Yeah, make perfect sense.
That would be my first thought. They'd be like the APA of the group. They could beat people up and try and brainwash them again.
I have a second one.
Yeah.
Kind of a little brainwave that came to mind was Paige, the anti-diva from England, Norwich. And William Regal. It's a mentor type thing. Opposite of what he did with Layla. Layla was his valet, and it was a regality thing. But Regal taking her under her wing, showing her how to be truly villainous and devious, Yeah, I kind of like that idea.
All right. We've got some more questions here.
I would like to say Xavier Woods was someone.
And rumour is they're bringing a stable to NXT. The Hollywood. Oh, it's Hollywood something.
Because there's a promo. There's a little video package
thrown around on the net.
Yeah.
For Xavier Woods, Audrey Marie, and there's a dude in there.
Did you see the video that fucking Bateman posted?
Mr. USA?
Yeah, Mr. USA.
Yeah, you see his touts? Tout man.
No.
He has this thing going around where he's calling himself Tout Man. He's got Tout Man. He's got Tout T-shirt and a Tout. Yeah. He's got the sweatbands and headbands. Who's the mysterious
Maybe it's
man?
Ron Simmons
Still contracted, I think.
managing Xavier Woods.
All right. Got a question here from @Cena's_TrueFan.
Hello, beautiful.
#FanCorner, #ToneMarker. How would you turn #Orton, #heel again as he wants to?
Can I go?
Yes.
Kick AJ in the head. Without just okay, kick. Torch Triple H's family again. I'm back. #Viper.
Dan, how would you do it?
I would say, I mean, you couldn't have him attack anyone after the match these days because he just, people pop for it.
He does it anyway.
I would have him come out old school style, where the heels are getting one over on the baby faces, and he comes out and he saves the baby faces. Like, legitimately just saves them. It looks as if they're all good, and BANG! RKO! BANG! RKO! Just lays them all out, everyone out, when the crowd pops, the crowd will pop anyway because Randy Orton doing what Randy Orton does. He just smirks and goes and joins the heels, and you do a slow burn type thing where eventually people will realize that this is, Randy Orton's not a good guy. It's not something to be. He's not a tweener. He's attacking everyone and anyone, and then you stop him attacking heels. Over time you stop him attacking heels, and then you get him to a point where he's becoming more the old vicious Orton who just wants to hurt people.
Mm.
And then you'd end it up with, I don't know, having him attack John Cena probably. He's the quote unquote biggest baby face in the company.
Yeah.
So
Get Cena.
I'd have him attack Cena.
I would have
And Cena's dad again.
once Ric Flair's able to come back, right?
Okay.
I'd have Ric Flair in the ring going, I stand a legend, whatever, the jazz. And Randy Orton comes out, he's like, basically, it's great to see you back, and hey, I need a manager if you want to roll like we used to. And Ric Flair's, yeah, and then just bang, RKO, then punt in the head, get out of the WWE. Not because I want him out, because I'm happy to throw it aside.
Legend killer back.
But yeah, and then he just goes,
Awesome.
and then he just goes, legend killer, drops the mic on Rick, and walks out. And then people will just be like, fuck you dick. Like, yeah, that's the point.
So no burning houses down.
Next question, again from Cena's True Fan. How would you move the company forward without bringing back the old stars?
Wow.
So we're stuck with people we have, or we can hire new people. So people who haven't been doing it before, I assume.
Promote the mid-card to main event.
Put more emphasis on the tag team division.
Improve the tag team division. Improve your Divas division.
Get rid of Saturday Slam and replace it with a cartoon for the kids.
Use your dupes.
They'd be there in the main event. So some of them would anyway.
Push JTG.
No.
Get new writers.
Not for me anyway. Writers would have to improve or be replaced.
Get rid of PG.
Make King of the Ring.
You don't need it necessarily. You can do it without getting rid of PJ.
Make King of the Ring and
You might not like to hear that, Jimmy, but you can.
We'll push PG to its limits.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even then, though, if you're smart enough, things can have a more of an impact.
Yeah.
If you don't see everything.
Yeah.
An example is cartoons. Some of the most horror things you'll see as a child is what you watch on a cartoon because you don't see it; it's left to your imagination. So look at films.
Yeah.
Suspense is built up because you can't see something.
Get
but then when
rid-
you see the monster in the movie, most of the time it's not as scary as the build up to the monster.
Get rid of certain gimmick pay-per-views which overuse certain match types and have restore prestige. Like basically, a Hell in a Cell should be this is where it goes when even for me it
Like the
always goes,
WrestleMania one.
Yeah.
for me
There
Hell
was
in a
nowhere
Cell
else to go.
for me Hell in a Cell's the thing that a last man standing match can't resolve. Like if you get to the point of last man standing and you still can't resolve it, alright? There's the last one.
Hell in a Cell is now what a steel cage used to be.
Yeah.
Steel cage was your final blow off. Hell in a Cell is now big enough
and
feud is your final blow off.
let people climb the fucking thing. Reduce the size. Let people climb and just tell, look, you can't throw people off it. But, you can do moves. Make sure it's reinforced at the top. If you're going to do moves like be fucking careful, but no throwing people off. No trying to fucking kill people there. You just,
If you're willing to go off that thing, I think you should be allowed to go off it.
as soon as you provided you get stuff like in place, like maybe there's like safeties that you can't see, like maybe there's a cushion inside the table.
No, Mick Foley. If you're willing to do it, do it. Good on you.
Well, after you did, he said never again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm not saying good on you. If you're willing to do it, you're a fucking moron.
Well, Rikishi.
You're gonna ruin your life.
Last question from
Rikishi got thrown off.
last question
Ruin his
from See This True Fan.
Didn't ruin his life.
If you
Back problems, leg problems, shortened his career.
Still wrestling.
Shortened his career.
Still wrestling.
You can see, but no, he's not. No, he's not. He's not wrestling where it matters.
anyway,
He's not in where it matters. Damn right he's not. That's because WWE dropped the ball.
I have
They always drop the ball.
See This True Fan. Last question from her. We still have more questions though. If you could create a new WWE show, what would it be? Cartoon to replace Saturday Slam.
I wouldn't. I'd get rid of Saturday Slam and probably Superstars. You got 3 hour Raw, you use your Superstars in there or don't use them. You Smackdown, I'd improve Smackdown a hell of a lot, and NXT would be where the majority of Superstars for all Superstars would go to.
So you wouldn't have a Heat or a Velocity show.
Okay.
No.
Me, I would have an educational program about title histories.
Why don't you just have an educational show?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, the main thing would because the main thing about with titles would be showing like the viewers I don't know, all the former champions, show them how they won the title and try and do an orderly program of who lost the title when. I would start with the WWE title and go through it like that.
Yeah.
I mean, our show.
Because if you don't know this, you're not a real fan.
Damn right, you're not a real fan.
In fairness, it would be quite interesting to see an educational about it. Let's teach you about the product.
Teach them about Buddy Rogers, first ever WWE champion.
Because it does get like newer fans like, all right, I'll learn a bit more, makes it more markish. But last question.
That's what I would do.
Last question we have: who would you like to see win their first ever WWE or world title this year, and how would you book Swagger returns? And that is from @Rubbercant86. We actually received this question as we were recording the show, so
Which was quite weird.
what was it? So who do we want to see win the first WWE or World?
yeah. And then how would you book Jack Swagger upon his return?
Monster. I would have Swagger come in and it'd be a brand new All American. He'd come in and he'd just smash it. He'd drop the whole All American thing. New song, new look. He'd come out and he'd just destroy people.
Angle locked them.
Yeah, just intense. That's what I would
A
do.
bit like when he's doing like a raid and all that jazz.
Yeah, it'd be intense.
Dragging them around by the ankle. That was vicious, man.
Yeah, it'd be an intense guy. As far as winning the WWE title or world title for the first ever one, Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
I'd have Cody Rhodes win one. And you know what? World heavyweight wise, because I wouldn't see anyone. I wouldn't book anyone to lose a WWE that's never held it before. Never held it before, because I think it's going to take a stronger person than someone who's never held it before. I'd have Santino Morella.
Yeah.
And Zack Ryder.
Who would I like to see this year? Well, the problem is, obviously the Rock storyline is in there, so that kind of knacks things up for the WWE title. So, I'm going to say Dolph because he's held the world, but he hasn't held the WWE. So I get through that. So I'd say Dolph Ziggler for the WWE title, and hell, I would rather have Dolph Ziggler versus The Rock than Cena versus The Rock. And to be honest with you, I'd kind of like to see Dolph Ziggler versus CM Punk at Mania.
I'm kind of getting feeling as if we see Cena versus The Rock, that anyone who went to WrestleMania 28 deserves the money back.
Yeah, I would say that because
false advertising.
Yeah, Royal Rumble, fine, but WrestleMania, no.
Once in a lifetime. Well,
as for world heavyweight, definitely not Cody Rhodes.
As long as Sheamus loses it.
So who hasn't held it? I'm just trying to scan through the roster.
Just anyone right?
Drew McIntyre.
True.
He'll not do it. That's the dream. And how would book Jack? Would be pretty much the same as you, mate. So
yeah, go agree with you, Jack. Jerry King Lawler.
Right.
Drew McIntyre.
Yep. Okay.
Cody Rhodes and JTG.
And that was all the questions. So,
After Steven asks who had the best, who in your opinion has the best pyro?
He personally likes Kane and Primos.
Primo.
MVP.
That was
Or Booker T.
Yeah.
They're both very similar. I love big flames. Yeah, I'm mildly pyrophobic. I play with fire, but I get scared of being burned.
The X's is a classic. Kane's is a classic. But one of my, I love Edge's.
Okay, so yeah.
But one of my favourites is back when Undertaker used to throw the lights on, and the attitude to his when it used to pop.
Yeah.
The lights used to pop on, and Sean used to jump every single time. He knew it was coming, he was watching him, but every time it popped, he jumped out his skin.
Yeah.
So that's mine, yeah.
I like Sid's. The big Sid.
Ah,
Yeah. He names them.
Same as Diesel, with the two of the ring spokes
Yeah.
at each other. Yeah, that was cool, yeah.
You name and fireworks. What more do you want?
Right.
My name in gold. How
So-
about my weight in gold?
Remember that.
I could be rich.
So, rather like a socket with no sense of guilt, it's time for Shameless Plug! You can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/Total Marker. You can follow us on Blip TV. Say boo.
Oh. Abu. Hashtag Abu.
At Abu.
Abu!
Aladdin's monkey.
No,
With
Salim and his heel, and reflect, show some respect down on one knee.
Just so try
Abu.
to stay calm. Brush up your Sunday salam and come and meet this spectacular Gordon.
At blip.tv/Total Markout.
Oh my god, you get a plug.
I was a plug.
You can also follow us on YouTube if you would like all your episodes to be one long video of awesome footage.
And that's how you should like them.
Just like Raw and the pay-per-views.
Yeah.
YouTube.com/user/The Wandering Angel. And don't forget, we have a Tumblr. Yeah, we do. We sometimes get awesome questions and sometimes we get dick features. It is totalmarkout.tumblr.com. We also have a shop, which you should.
Bye.
It's at cafepress.com/Total Markout, where you get all your #Total Markout merchandise. And of course, there's all of us on Twitter.
Yay.
Follow the Geek King at Geek King. That is tree. I made up a weird letter. G3 K_KING. That is G33K _KING. Follow ErikVanDjismie at ErikVanDjismie.
Please do.
ErikVanDjismie, and the D is silent.
2:30.
You won't get more followers if you keep talking over the fact he's trying to spell your name for you.
And of course, there's me, SteveJones313. That is SteveJones3, number 1, number 3.
#follow Dan. He needs followers.
We'll be back next week with episode 24 on September 15th, 2012. So from the king of nostalgia, ErikVanDjismie.
Bye.
From the absolute king of geeks, Dougie King Anderson.
Peace!
And of the king of trolls, SteveJones313. Bye. It is all of us from
#.
Total
Markout!